Okay, this is a recording from chapter 6 in the Albright text talking about the formula R1C1 section. This is on page 92 in the chapter 6, section 6.3, where it's talking about properties and methods of ranges. It's talking about a formula R1C1 notation. We can see that here in the book in the bottom left. This returns the formula and arranges a string in a row column notation. This used to be the original notation of Excel. Actually, maybe it was before Excel's time. I'm a little bit unsure on the timing, but the RC was the before they had A, B, C, D, and 1, 2, 3, 4. They used RC as the notation for different cells in Excel. So this walkthrough paragraph invites us to put some numbers in the range A1 through D10. So I've created here some numbers in these cells here. And then it asks us to calculate the row sums with the sum function in column E and in row 11. So in this column, I've introduced sums, summing the numbers in columns A through D. And in this row 11, I've introduced sums, summing the numbers A1 through A10 in column B, C, and D as well. Let's see, respectively. Now go to the Excel options. Under the formulas group, check the R1C1 reference style option. And this is just going to give us a sense for how these formulas in column E and in row 11, how they're going to change to be the RC, the row column notation. So we'll go to File, and I'm going to go down here to More, and I'm going to find Options. I'm going to go File, Options, and it's going to come up with this screen. I'm going to click on Formulas over on the left, and right here is an R1C1 reference style. This will change all the formulas to the R1C1 reference style. So I'll click that, click OK, and let's see what happens to these formulas. Now look at these formulas. These formulas are no longer A, B, C, and D columns. They're all numeric, the columns as well as the rows. So what does this formula say? It's summing RC negative 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So we're going backwards or to the left 4 cells through RC negative 1. This is a little bit awkward, right? Notice the hard brackets around the numbers, and this is the notation for that. Notice there's no hard brackets or numbers after the R. So this means this is all in the same row, but we're just going to sum the cells negative 4, the column of negative 4 through negative 1 on the same row, and that's what the formula is. If we go down to row 11, we'll find the numbers next to the R. So in this case, we're summing the numbers in the different rows, but all in the same column. So we have negative 10, which means going up all the way back up to row 1 through, we have our colon here between the first RC and the second RC. We have our colon, which means through, R negative 1, which means up 1 from this starting cell, from the cell that we're in. We're just going to go up 1. So it's saying sum everything from 10 up all the way through 1 up, and that's what we want to sum. So notice the answer doesn't change here. All we're doing is we're changing how the notation is written in Excel. And this will stay true. The way to change this is even if you close this spreadsheet and open a new spreadsheet, you'll still have the R1C1 notation. So we need to go back to our options, back to formulas, uncheck the R1C1 reference style, click OK, and then we'll be back to our normal notation. The point here is to see what that R1C1 notation looks like in Excel. A second example I wanted to walk through in this particular section, again, section 3 of chapter 6, so section 6.3, important properties and methods of ranges, is the number format. We've seen this a little bit so far in the course, and I think this is a pretty good example to walk through here. It says this returns the format code as a string for the range. So if we want to format our range to a specific number format, this is the property that we use. How does this work? So it says this is usually used to specify a number format for range, such as range C3 through C10 number format. Number format equals quote pound, comma, pound, 0.00 quote. However, it is difficult to remember these format codes, so you might try the following. Format a cell such as A1 manually in some way, and then use the line debug.print range A1.normal number format. Alternatively, type this line in the immediate window. This will print the number format for cell 1 to the immediate window, and you can see the appropriate format code. So let's try that. Let's do another sheet here. I'll go to Excel. Let's go ahead and do, let's see, what should we do? Should we do 345.78 cents? Let's format this as, let's go ahead and do decimal. Let's do accounting. If we format as accounting. So that cell has now been formatted as accounting. I'm going to come over here to the immediate window. And I'm going to type in question mark range A1. That'll take the active sheet, which is the one that I'm on, dot number format. And I'll hit tab from IntelliSense. And I'll hit enter. And this is the format that it comes up with. Look at that. That doesn't look very pretty. We can use that now in our code if we wanted to copy that. Let's try another one. Let's try to format as a number. So we're going to format A1 as a number. Let's do 1 decimal. So we've changed it to a number format, 1 decimal. I'm going to go back to my immediate window. I'm going to select everything, erase it. I'm going to hit question mark again, type it in, range A1. Number format, it comes up. I'll hit tab, I'll hit enter, and that's the format, 0.0. So we can include that in our code.